They dumped a dying alien woman before him and told him to do whatever he wanted. They regretted it. The night was quiet when Ethan Hale walked out of the ruined outpost. The sky above him glowed an angry red from distant fires. He had been traveling alone for 3 days, searching for survivors, food, anything at all. But that night, something felt wrong. The air was too still. Even the winds seemed afraid. Ethan stopped when he heard engines, 6 of them. A group of mercenary raiders, the Iron Guard, landed their dropships right in front of him. Their armor was black. Their faces were hidden behind masks. Their boots hit the ground like thunder. Ethan raised his hands slowly. "I'm not armed." The leader walked forward. A tall, heavy man with a red skull drawn on his helmet. "You will take her," the leader said. Ethan frowned. "Take who?" The mercenary snapped his fingers. 2 soldiers dragged a body and threw it on the ground in front of him. Ethan flinched. It wasn't a body, it was a woman. Alien. Her skin was silver blue. Her hair glowed faintly like moonlight. She was bleeding. Deep wounds. Barely breathing. The leader laughed coldly. "She is dying. Do whatever you want with her. We don't care." The soldiers laughed with him. The alien woman weakly opened her glowing eyes. They were full of pain. They silently begged Ethan for mercy, for help. Ethan felt something boiling inside his chest: rage. The mercenary leader leaned closer. "Go on, human. Take her. Use her. She will be dead soon anyway." The group laughed again. And that was when Ethan Hale made a choice. A choice the Iron Guard would regret for the rest of their short lives. The decision. Ethan knelt beside the alien woman. Her breathing was slow. Her pulse weak. She whispered something, but the words came out broken, in a language he didn't understand. "It's okay," Ethan said softly. "I'm going to help you." One of the mercenaries kicked the dirt. "Hurry up. We don't have all night." Ethan lifted his eyes slowly, and the mercenary who kicked the dirt stepped back. Ethan's face had changed. Calm, but dangerous. His eyes were cold. Ethan stood up. "You want me to do whatever I want?" he asked. The mercenaries laughed again. "Yes." Ethan cracked his knuckles. "Good." Then he moved. The first regret. The Iron Guard expected him to run. They did not expect the human to attack. Ethan rushed forward like a storm. He grabbed the nearest mercenary's rifle, twisted it, and smashed the soldier's helmet into the ground. The man didn't get up. "What?" Another mercenary fired his weapon, but Ethan ducked, rolled, and tackled him so hard the man flew into a rock. 2 down in seconds. The leader roared, "Kill him!" Gunfire exploded across the night, but Ethan moved like a ghost. Quiet. Fast. Deadly. He fought without hesitation. Without fear. He fought like he had been waiting his entire life for this moment. And maybe he had. Because Ethan Hale was not just a wanderer. He was a former soldier of the old Earthstrike Corps, one of the most feared human units ever created. The Iron Guard had heard stories. They never believed them. Tonight, they learned the stories were true. "Stop him," a mercenary screamed. But Ethan didn't stop. He fought until only the leader was left standing. The leader backed away, shaking in fear. What are you?" Ethan wiped the blood from his face. "You shouldn't have thrown her at my feet," he said. "And you should never have told me to do whatever I want." The leader ran. Ethan didn't chase him yet. He returned to the alien woman. Her name. She was slipping in and out of consciousness. Ethan lifted her carefully. "It's okay. I've got you." Her hand weakly gripped his shirt. Her voice was barely a breath. "Lisa." "Your name?" Ethan asked. She nodded weakly. Yes. Lisa. Blood dripped down her arm. She was fading fast. Ethan carried her into the abandoned outpost. Inside, he found an old medkit. Most of it was useless, but he managed to stop the bleeding and inject a Reagan shot. Lisa's breathing eased a little. She touched his arm. Why, help me? Ethan gave her a small, tired smile. Because you needed help. Tears formed in her glowing eyes. No one had ever protected her before. The return of the Iron Gar. But Ethan knew the Iron Gar would come back. The leader had survived. And he would return with reinforcements. He didn't have long. He checked Lisa's pulse. She was stable now, but she was too weak to move. She needed rest. Ethan grabbed an old rifle. Then he went outside. The second wave arrived fast, 2 dropships full of armored mercenaries. Ethan stood alone in the middle of the road, waiting for them. The new commander stepped forward. You killed my men, he said. Surrender, human. Ethan pointed the rifle at him. No. You are outnumbered, the commander growled. Ethan raised his chin. Good. The commander signaled his men. Kill him. The second regret. The battle exploded like thunder. Ethan fired with deadly accuracy. Every shot hit. Every movement was sharp and controlled. He used walls, shadows, and broken metal to outsmart them. One mercenary shouted. He's everywhere. I can't see him. Another cried. He's behind It.HFY. One by one, they fell. Humans were supposed to be weak. Slow. Simple. But It.HFY fought like a weapon made of pure anger and purpose. And every mercenary who touched Lisa's blood paid for it with their own. The leader's last mistake. When the smoke cleared, only one man remained, the original leader who had thrown Lisa on the ground. He tried to crawl backward. No, stay away, please. Ethan grabbed him by the armor and lifted him off the ground. You wanted me to do whatever I wanted, Ethan said quietly. So here it is. The leader trembled. What do you want? I want you to remember this, Ethan whispered. Humans protect. We don't use the weak. We don't hurt the helpless. And we never forgive monsters like you. The leader screamed as Ethan knocked him out and tied him up for the nearest patrol. The man would face trial for war crimes. Ethan didn't kill him. No. He left him to live with the shame. Her awakening. Ethan returned to Lisa. She was awake. Still weak, but alive. She looked at him with wide, shining eyes. You saved me. Ethan nodded. Yeah. Someone had to. She reached for his hand. Her touch was warm. You risked your life, for a stranger. Ethan shook his head softly. No. For a person. Lisa closed her eyes and smiled faintly. You are different from the others. Ethan smiled back. I hope that's a good thing. She squeezed his hand. It is. The beginning of something new. The fires outside were dying. The night was quiet again. Ethan sat beside Lisa, keeping watch as she rested. The stars above glowed brighter, as if the universe had witnessed his choice and approved it. Lisa whispered. Ethan. I owe you my life. He looked at her gently. You don't owe me anything. But Lisa shook her head. No. I do. And I will repay it, one day. Her eyes glowed softly, full of promise, gratitude, and something else. Something deeper. Ethan didn't know what the future would bring. But he knew one thing for sure. When they dumped a dying alien woman in front of him and told him to do whatever he wanted, they never expected his choice would destroy them and save her.